So folks might know that I've been into like safe, more natural skincare for quite some time. And as Diane did to me over many things, I was able to rope Diane in to this whole deal by getting her involved with Beautycounter a little bit. So we kind of have a little Beautycounter team going, and it's really fun. And if you're not familiar with Beautycounter, it's a company that is based on safer skincare, safer products, but also using the best of safer science, which means it's not just oils and extracts. It is like active ingredients that I love, because when I'm formulating my own stuff, which I still love to do, you can't use these sciencey skincare actives that are still safe. And when I say actives, I mean like salicylic acid, lactic acid, different really, really powerful ingredients that actually do some really serious work on your skin. So the reason I'm so in love with this charcoal mask from Beautycounter is because it's got the natural stuff. It's got the charcoal, yay! It's got the charcoal, which is really, really great at adsorbing toxins. And it also has some really powerful active ingredients that I've always really loved. In particular, salicylic acid, which is a beta hydroxy acid. It's one of the only BHAs used in skincare. I believe it is the only BHA used in skincare. And it is incredible at clearing blackheads. So even though I feel like my skin is in a pretty good place right now, I still will get blackheads in the T-zone, but this is one of the more gentle yet powerful solutions that has worked really well for me. It's also great for folks with acne. The other thing that's really good about it is it actually exfoliates your skin without you having to scrub. So for me, exfoliation is a huge no-no because it just irritates my skin. It makes my skin more inflamed and more angry, and it might feel smooth for a minute, but my skin seems to react by getting even worse. So anytime I exfoliate, I'm always using a safe chemical to do that. And in this case, you've got lactic acid and salicylic acid that do it. So this is literally one of my favorite skincare products of all time. This, the coffee bean serum from Primal Life Organics, and of course CX, which I co-designed with Primal Life Organics. They're absolute must-haves for me. So, okay. What else do we need to know about the mask, Diane?
I don't know all of the hows or the whys it works, but I definitely was kind of like nodding along because after using it, it feels as if I've used some kind of scrub. You know, like my skin feels really smooth and it doesn't have any abrasive texture to it, which I think there was a mask that I got just like at Whole Foods that, you know, was a charcoal mask, and it was just it was a lot harsher when I used it, but also didn't seem as effective. So there are lots of different options for that, but I think they work really differently. I mean, I don't know why. I just know how it feels.
The one topic that you're not like, tell me why. I want to understand this.
I'm like, Liz, just tell me what to put on my face.
Tell me what I should do. So here we go. We're going to apply the charcoal mask.
Are you putting it on too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to leave mine. I left mine sealed because I'm opening a new one today. And I want to show you guys well, first of all, it comes sealed. So I'm just going to peel that off now. I just wanted to show everyone how it comes sealed. I don't know what you do with yours, but this is what I do because I have a million bowls. Yay! Okay, so I find that when I first was using it, I was using way more than I really needed to. And this isn't cheap. So I think this is the best way. I just squeezed it out of the main tube that time, but you would open it that way.
And it's pre-hydrated. This is something people need to know. It doesn't come as a powder, which I actually really like because number one, powders go everywhere. And number two, the active ingredients in it, the salicylic acid and the lactic acid, have to be held in like a liquid base. You can't hand somebody a powder with those ingredients. You have to pre-hydrate it. So it's all done that way for a reason. I would say this tube gets at least 30 applications. You look really pretty. Your eyelashes look really good.
They're fake, so enjoy. 30 applications from a tube? I'm not sure if I get that many.
Maybe a little less than that. I guess it depends. Some people just use it in their T-zone.
It depends how you use it. I can tell you I use it as a spot treatment a lot, so that's a little different. But full mask on my face, probably at least, I don't know, at least 10 to 12. But it just depends. I mean, I don't know. I have like a nickel-sized little
This
block.
is about 3 times as much as I usually use. So, we'll see. Let's just put it on.
Maybe I use more because my face is maybe a little, look, my face is older than yours, so it might need more. All right, so here we go. So
Okay.
I use the brush. Do you use the brush?
Yes.
Put it on?
And you don't have to get like buy an expensive Beautycounter brush. I just like the flat complexion brushes. You can probably get something like that at Walgreens. But yeah. Oh, it's so weird doing it backwards. You're right.
Well, I put my phone in front of my computer so I could be doing it not backwards.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's really hard though not doing this with a regular mirror because
yeah,
I kind of feel like I don't know what's happening. But when I didn't use a brush to apply it, I felt like I used way too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was being really wasteful. And this is not the kind of product that you want to be wasteful with.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird to do it backwards like this. Yeah, so, and the other reason I like to use the brush is because you can get a little bit more precise with your application, particularly around your lips. I don't want to, it's not going to hurt if you get it on your lips, but I like to just get it right up there, right up to the edge.
I can't really tell how thick this is because it's like, I'm not looking in the real mirror.
Okay. So there are some days that I just use it on my T-zone. And I have actually used this. A lot of folks just use it maybe once a week, kind of as an extra detoxifying treatment. I've actually used it at the very beginning. I used it almost every day, at least in the T-zone, for like 2 minutes to really start hitting those blackheads in that area. Because if you wear makeup every day, you're gonna get blackheads in those spots. There's just no way around it. But this actually, especially if you use it after you wear makeup, you can kind of get that gunk out of your pores without having to squeeze or pick.
Makeup on and you didn't wash it off? You just put this right over?
I had a little bit left on my face probably from last night, but mostly just on my eyes. But I usually wipe off my makeup if I'm wearing it with a Norwex cloth or something like that. Just a gentle cloth. I just wipe it real gentle with a little bit of oil. And look, I used maybe a third of what I put in there. That's a whole nother app.
I'm a generous applier, but also I'm about to put this on my neck because I have some weird stuff happening. Like, I'm going to take it all the way here. But I can't rinse this off over here because I'm not in my bathroom.
Yeah, we'll end this video
with mask
so you can wipe it off. But oh, look at you. Yeah, see, I needed to have a mirror in front of me. I could have made it a lot prettier. I'm gonna put it right there. You put it in your little mustache area?
Yeah.
There.
I feel like we're having a slumber party.
I know, that's the thing. That's what's so much fun when you and I actually get on like calls for the podcast, which is technically business. It's like we're having a girlfriend talk as well. So that's kind of what makes our job fun, I think.
Okay.
It's really making your eyelashes pop.
Oh, great. Does it make my nostrils pop? Hold on.
It does. It does. So this is, yeah, you mentioned this is good as a spot treatment. I've used it. One of the things.
You look hilarious.
You look hilarious.
Amazing.
I've never declawed kittens before. So since I had the baby, I do have I'll get a little bit of hormonal breakouts kind of on my back. Not too bad, but I've started using this as a spot treatment on those, and it's really, really helpful. So now my nose itches. One thing I do recommend is it's infinitely easier to do this and then hop in the shower than it is to do this and take it off in the sink.
Interesting.
If you take it off in the sink, use a dark washcloth and wipe with the wet washcloth before you splash it all over. And the other trick, because I can see yours is drying fairly quickly over there, a trick that my sister, who is like way smart about skincare products, the trick that my sister gave me is to actually rehydrate the mask halfway through, as long as your skin tolerates it. Of course, spot test. Always spot test to make sure these things are going to work for you, but you can rehydrate it. I use most of the time either the toner, the everything spray from Primally Pure, or the Beautycounter Rose Water Mist to just rehydrate the mask. and kind of extend the life of it a little bit. I know you don't have this because you don't like the smell of rose, but one of the good things about the rose water mist is that it does have sodium hyaluronate in it, which is like the precursor to hyaluronic acid, which is a molecule that can hold like 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's really, really good for the winter for holding moisture against your skin.
I probably use it maybe once a week or maybe twice. When I first got it, I probably used it like a little more often, but now that's pretty much what I do. And it smells kind of minty. It smells really good. I like the way it smells. And yes, the brush, I didn't use the brush the first few times I was applying it. And then I was like, well, I don't really use this brush for a lot of other things, so let me try it. And it just rinses out really easily from the brush. But I find I use this to apply other masks as well. Like there's random other masks that I use that I find like at Whole Foods or whatever. And I don't know how safe they are, but I use them because I'm not the smartest about all of the skincare stuff, but I think they're pretty natural. But this is the one that's from Beautycounter, but you can get any brush that's a flat brush. I don't think it would bother your skin if you use it every day, but I don't think you really need to use it that often.
Don't use it for that long if you use it every day. Like 2 minutes, it can do some pretty good work in 2 minutes.
I use the charcoal bar twice a day, and that's all I wash my face with. I just recently opened one that I put next to my sink and one that I'm leaving in the shower, and they will probably last for at least 3 months that way, because it's like once a day use of each bar will probably last me at least 3 months. I mean, they last a long time. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a dense bar of soap.
Yeah. My husband uses it probably every day. Anytime I get the chance to take a shower, I use it in my armpits. And as far as the face, when I think about it, I definitely use it. But people also send me a lot of stuff to try, so I'm always trying different things. But it's definitely one of my like go-tos. I think that you could certainly try it. I don't have oily skin by any means. There's a money back guarantee, so if you didn't like it, then you could certainly return it. But I think it should be fine. I think you would need to adjust the frequency and maybe do it more frequently for much less time. That would probably be the way to go.
And I would also, like, if you have extremely dry spots, maybe just don't apply it there. Like sometimes around the mouth can get really dry, but it just kind of depends.
Absolutely.
And the charcoal bar, I feel like that is amazing. That was the first thing that I tried, I think, at all from Beautycounter. I was having some breakout issues and you were like, all right, try this bar. And I'm obsessed. I don't think so. I tend to do it at night just because that's when I have rituals like this where I'm kind of getting ready for bed. And then my husband's like, what's taking you so long? And I'm like, I don't know. I saw the charcoal mask sitting there again and I just decided to put it on my face. He's like, are you ready yet? No, it's like, I thought you were getting ready for bed. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to put this mask on. But sometimes I put it on and then I'll like go fold laundry. I'm definitely not someone who pays attention to how long it says to leave it on for. How long does it say? I don't even know. I leave it on until I'm ready to wipe it off. Like,
yeah, you're actually causing me pain right now watching you having that on, like so dry. Your face must be so tight. You're a trooper.
Tight.
No, so Beautycounter does not use any synthetic fragrance, but it does have peppermint and ginger in it for their soothing properties. So if you are sensitive to natural, strong smells, I don't know, but there is no fragrance in it.
I'm sensitive to smell, actually, but not this. This kind of smells because of the mint. It kind of smells like a mask version of a Thin Mint cookie to me, which is like, when I say things like that, I realize it's like, obviously, Diane, you've not had a Thin Mint cookie in many years, because I actually don't know what they smell like anymore. But the mintiness, I don't know. I like it. It's not a strong off-putting smell. You won't really be able to see the results from the resolution of a computer camera. And I honestly think that even if the camera was very, very strong, there's not much to see that way. It's more how it feels and a bit of a glow. And then over time, a reduction in the blackheads, which unfortunately, I don't think you can convey that through a computer screen. You really just have to see it. Even if I try to wipe it off, you'll be like, okay, so your face looks clean. It's really more of something that you see in person and that you feel, if that makes sense.
I'll put a picture like on my Instagram or something. Like, once I wash it off, I'll take a picture and post it to my Instagrams if people want to go over there and look at it.
So you can do the shower thing, I guess. Oh, so here's why I don't remove it in the shower. Or why it doesn't make a difference to me where I remove it, because I can't stick my face under the shower because of the eyelashes. So I have to use a washcloth either way. For those who are like, what are you talking about? I have eyelash extensions, whatever. It's just a fun, silly thing that I do. Everyone calm down. So I use a washcloth, and I have a gray washcloth that I use. I definitely think using a darker washcloth is kind of a good idea. It doesn't get all over your bathroom or make a mess, but if you have a white washcloth, you are going to see the charcoal on the washcloth. So I would recommend using a darker cloth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was really fun for us and kind of ridiculous. And I'm going to go wash this off my face. Bye, everyone.